Prepare to discover the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, change your viewpoint, and welcome a fulfilling life. Do not waste a second. One of the most well-known and renowned Stoic thinkers of all time, Marcus Aurelius ruled as Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD. He was the final of a sequence of emperors that became known as the Five Good Emperors. At the time, he was among the world's most powerful people. Aurelius managed to find time throughout his reign to compose a collection of autobiographical pieces that are now referred to as the Meditations, which have grown to be among the most significant works in Stoic philosophy. Discover the top 5 Marcus Aurelius quotations in this video. 1. Don't hold on to your resentment. Have you ever been caught up in a maze of emotions where all of your past hurts and resentments are still there? We are taught to reflect on the weight of resentment by the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. These philosophers contend that harboring resentment prevents our spirit from moving freely through life, much like an anchor. What if, however, we had the option to choose a new path where understanding and forgiveness were our devoted allies? When we reflect, we can see how highly virtue and self-control were regarded. Was there ever a time you carried a heavy load? Did you experience fatigue, exhaustion, and resentment? Our freedom and inner tranquility are restricted by this load, which functions like an unseen chain. It's fascinating to observe that misconceptions frequently lead to resentment, which keeps us stuck in a vicious cycle of resentment. The Stoics urged us to try to understand others before judging them and to look for the motivations underlying their actions. Thus, forgiveness is more than just a good deed. It's a wise deed that unlocks the secrets of the human soul and sets us free from the bonds of negativity. Like silent poison flames, anger and resentment devour our peace of mind and well-being. We discover an oasis of serenity and harmony when we are fueled, on the other hand, by choosing forgiveness and understanding. We are reminded of a universal truth: forgiveness is the way to our own freedom by the wisdom of the Stoics. It provides us with a haven of serenity throughout emotional storms by acting as a guiding light. Taking this lesson to heart, we see that sometimes the greatest strength is found in letting go, breaking free from the bonds of the past, and moving forward into a future filled with peace and understanding. 2. Don't talk about your doubts and uncertainties. Imagine yourself in a large forest where every tree represents uncertainty and every shadow represents uncertainty. Choose quiet introspection and look for solutions within your own spirit rather than expressing your hesitation to the outside world. The Stoics follow this path. Stoic philosophy is based on the understanding that confidence is an internal light that leads the way rather than a flag we wave in front of other people. It can be silently extinguished to constantly expose our doubts to the world, much as exposing a lighthouse to a heavy downpour. To stay unaffected by the thoughts and judgments of others, we find the strength we need. Conversely, modesty is a shield that guards the spirit as well as an outward virtue. Choose your vulnerability-sharing partners and timing carefully. Understand the value of solitude and introspection, as many people look for answers in the cacophony of the outside world. Have faith that the answers to life's most profound issues frequently reside in the innermost recesses of the heart and mind. You can develop a deeper introspection and a closer relationship with your essence by embracing some uncertainties. To sum up, Stoic wisdom whispers priceless counsel: don't proclaim your uncertainties to the world in the midst of doubt storms. We find a safe path through the forest of uncertainties by embracing quiet, modesty, and introspection. This is the power of silent self-reflection and the internal confidence that the Stoics convey to us, guided by the internal lighthouse of our confidence and understanding. 3. Train your perception. Taking charge of your perception is one of Stoicism's most important precepts. All too frequently, we categorize everything we encounter as either good, awful, boring, enjoyable, beautiful, or ugly. This is a draining practice that may have detrimental effects on our life. The Stoics advise us to reverse and exercise caution while making judgments. See things more rationally and optimistically by seeing past your gut feeling. Let rid of pessimistic metaphors and exaggerations that make things seem worse than they are, and reframe situations in your mind to see the positive elements. Recall that the way you choose to think about an event is what causes you to feel unpleasant, not the event itself. You can develop a more optimistic and logical mindset by being aware of your judgments and rephrasing them. 4. Journal your thoughts. Writing in a journal is an intimate dialogue with oneself, not merely a way to document happenings. It's a way to reflect, ground oneself, and occasionally find catharsis. Writing down thoughts can have a transforming effect. Select a journal that speaks to you. It should be a precious place devoid of criticism and expectations from others. Write down your initial thoughts every morning, be they feelings from the previous day, dreams that haven't quite faded, or hopes for the day. Like raking leaves from a patio, this first drop helps free up mental clutter. Then turn your focus to being thankful. Enumerate 3 things for which you are truly thankful while embracing the present. Consider the tenets of Stoicism or reflect on your own struggles as a way to introspection. Regarding living in accordance with your ideals and how to get better, ask yourself these questions. This is about self-awareness and growth, not self-criticism. Finally, use your journal to write down your intention for the day. Put down a brief commitment or affirmation based on the virtues of the Stoics, such as courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. Throughout the day, let this act as your moral compass, guiding your actions and judgments. Keep in mind that your journal serves as a mirror, reflecting your inner world. It is a friend, a mentor, and a tool. One of the most important works of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, began as his personal journal. It served as a way of reminding himself of Stoic principles, understanding his actions, and negotiating the complexity of life. 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Time to talk about meditation and mindfulness. Although Stoicism and mindfulness have diverse cultural origins, their focus on living a focused and purposeful life is strikingly similar. Recognizing that concentrating on the past or worrying about the future causes sorrow in people, the Stoics were sensitive to the present moment. Make meditation and mindfulness a part of your daily practice. Take a seat in a quiet area, close your eyes, and assume a comfortable position. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest or the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils are all signs that your breath is being observed. Anchor to the present moment with your breath. Increase your awareness of your body's sensations without giving them any meaning. Take note of the room's temperature, the feeling of cloth against your skin, and the weight of your body against the chair or floor. Continue by imagining your thoughts and emotions as clouds or leaves floating on a stream. Step back from the action and take on the role of spectator instead of participant. The Stoic emphasis on separating events from our judgments about them is consistent with this practice. Reflect on a Stoic principle or quotation during the closing minutes of your meditation. Consider, for instance, what Marcus Aurelius said: "The universe changes. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Allow this wisdom to permeate your being, guiding your actions and resolving your conflicts for the day. A Stoic exercise in recognizing and appreciating the present moment, differentiating between external events and internal responses, and building a mental fortress of composure against the uncertainties of life are all enhanced by incorporating mindfulness and meditation into your morning routine.